Welcome to the Daily Meditation Podcast. I'm Mary Meckley, and I'm a meditation teacher who shares a different meditation technique every day on the podcast. And every technique is customized around a weekly theme. And in today's episode 610, we continue with the final episode in this week-long series of meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Every single day this week, we've explored a passage from his book of meditations, and I've customized a technique to go along with each passage. And I will say that some of you may have noticed that I'm getting this meditation out a day later. So I always release the meditations a day ahead. I live on the East Coast of the US, but I always release a meditation a day ahead of time for those people in Asia and Australia, New Zealand, and places where you're about 12 or more hours ahead of my time. Well, I'm just getting this meditation out on the Saturday, so I'm still not technically late getting it out, but I really like to get it out for those in the time zone ahead of me so they can listen to it on the day. Right now, it's getting to be evening in Asia and Australia. So I happened to be in a car accident last night. So I picked up my son from his school, and I was stopped at a light, and someone slammed into me at full speed. And the car in front of me, I ended up slamming into them, and I was scrunched in between two cars. My car was completely totaled. I was injured a little bit. My son was also injured a little bit, but I'm fine. Here I am recording this meditation for you. And I wanted to say that I just had such an interesting experience through the whole process. And I'm sure that if you've been through a car accident or some situation where, you're kind of in a really vulnerable position, that you're probably shocked sometimes by how people treat you or the situation or things that go on. And so I couldn't wait to come home and find out what Marcus Aurelius might have to say about my experience. So I'll just leave a little bit of my own personal experience for a couple reasons. First, it goes along perfectly with the passage I'm going to read from Marcus Aurelius. And secondly, I want you to know that I'm not just some voice that's pre-recorded guiding you through a meditation. I live these meditations. That's why I do a daily meditation. I don't record them in bulk. I record them on the day of or the day before they're due for you to listen to them. And so they're real, they're raw, they're uncensored. I just don't have many of them where I edit. I just really like you to know how I, as a longtime meditator, deal with my life circumstances. One thing that detracted me from meditation in the beginning is that many of the people I was learning meditation from, I couldn't relate to them because they lived in a type of setting that was completely immersed in meditation, a spiritual community or some kind of a Buddhist temple. They didn't live, I'll say, in the real world that I lived in. They lived in a very secluded place, and so I just couldn't relate to them. And I want you to be able to understand how you can use these meditation techniques in your real life. Many people go to these meditation retreats and seminars, and they feel really amazing when they're there, and everything is going so well. Well, then they come back home, and real life hits them in the face, and they just have a hard time continuing with their meditation rituals. That is why I leave a ritual for you every single day I share my ritual with you. I share my meditation with you. So yesterday, when I was in the car accident, I was trapped in my car. The whole car was totaled, and I couldn't get out. The frame was bent, and the windows wouldn't open, the doors wouldn't open, and I injured my leg and back. So I really couldn't move. And the first person on the scene was the sheriff, was telling me to get out of the car, which was impossible. And I was thinking, well, aren't you supposed to get me out of the car? And finally the emergency crew arrived, and they were telling me to hurry up and get out of the car. They didn't seem to understand that I couldn't get out of the car. So it was just really interesting. It was a Friday night, and I kept seeing all these people we knew drive by us, and they didn't stop because it was right outside our son's school on a really busy road. It was a Friday night. Everyone was rushing to get home. And I noticed I was getting all these texts. Wow, I see you in an accident. Oh, it's really bad. Your car is really... But no one stopped to say, hey, can I help you out? You're obviously going to need a ride, or, what's going on? And so it was just really very interesting. And then, going to the hospital, the ER room and all that was a very interesting experience. It was so busy, and it's just a hectic time. And when you're frazzled and you don't really know what's going on, it's the first accident I've ever been in. You're not really sure, what you should be signing, or, what kinds of tests or medicine, if you should take the medicines they give you and all of that. But needless to say, it was a very interesting experience, and it was good in that it gave me such a great perspective on how important it is to meditate and move your body regularly so that you're healthy, so that when you get into a jarring accident, you can recover more quickly. And I think I've had lots of people reach out to me to tell me that they've been in accidents, and since that time, they've been traumatized and suffered anxiety. And I can really understand that, because an accident is loud. Sound is so penetrating. And when you hear everything crunch and scrunch and you're hurled through the air, even though we had our seatbelts on, the windshield was still cracked, and I didn't realize that the seatbelts give way. And so just all these things, happened. But as I said, my son and I are fine. We are injured, but we are recovering. And I want to share this meditation with you, Marcus Aurelius. I was using my breathing techniques and my visualizations the whole night to stay centered. And when they finally removed me from the car, they took my pulse, and they were really surprised at how low it was, how calm, because I was in excruciating pain with my leg. And but I realized that there was all this chaos going on around me. The woman who ran into us, she didn't have a license. She wasn't supposed to be driving. It wasn't her car. She apparently had a psychological situation, and she was hysterical. So there was all this stuff going on, but I managed to breathe and control my world, how my body felt, and manage the pain, manage the frustration and the disappointment of people who, are my friends driving right by me, looking at me and not helping. So I'm sure you've experienced situations like this, and I want you to know that my meditation techniques really helped me, and they're helping me today. So what you're doing for yourself is so important. Even if you sit down, even if you just listen to these meditations and you're not at the point of actually sitting down enjoying them, what you're doing creates new neural pathways in your brain. We know this now through science. But literally, when the rubber meets the road, you will know that you're able to manage your stress when you sit down, and every single time we go through and relax the different parts of our body. And I mentioned to you how you should be breathing with your belly breath and keeping your eyes uplifted. And I mention those things every single time. They are going to stick. And that's what you automatically fall back on in your times of greatest need. So I was able to manage excruciating pain simply by breathing and keeping my blood pressure low. I was able to deal with the hysterical woman who was, who hit our car full speed, and just deal with that, keep my son calm. And so, as I share today's meditation with you, I want you to know that this is very real to me. This is how I live my life, and I hope you can feel that in the meditations. So, let's get you meditating, experiencing this beautiful gift you give yourself. So I'm going to read to you the meditation from Marcus Aurelius, and then I'm going to guide you into relaxing the different parts of your body, as I always do, to noticing your breath. And it happens to be Saturday, so I always leave a walking meditation on a Saturday. Well, I'm not walking for a while, but I'm going to be visualizing. So whether you're walking or not, I'm going to be visualizing myself walking in my favorite place. And I hope you're able to get outside and walk, but if you can't, simply visualize yourself walking. This meditation is all about when people let you down, and they don't really let you down. It's really your expectations. And so you can feel let down, but if you can just go into what you can control about yourself, how you can monitor your breath, how you can visualize yourself calm and in a serene place, even if you're laying on the road on a busy highway with people rushing past you. So you can mentally control your environment, and it means everything when you really need it. So go ahead and sit up wherever you are and begin to relax the different areas of your body. Keep your eyes gently uplifted. This is going to keep your thoughts uplifted. Soften your face. Feel your jaw relax. Soften your throat. Relax your neck and your chest. Feel your arms relax at your sides. Rest your palms on your lap, either upward or downward, or hold them in the mudra. The mudra is about mental alertness and inner awareness. And I was doing this mudra last night. You clasp your hands in front of you. Just there on your lap is fine. And then you take your right thumb and press it over your left thumb. So your fingers are intertwined. Just fold it in your lap. But just place your right thumb over your left thumb. If you're female, place your right thumb in between your left thumb and forefinger, pointing finger. Relax your stomach. Let it hang out softly so you can oxygenate your entire body. Inhale through your nose, a nice long inhale, feeling your abdomen expand. oxygenating all those little cells in your body. Exhale through your nose, feeling your abdomen contract and sink back down. Notice how you're feeling as you breathe this way. Do you notice the difference? Your breath can instantly calm you. Relax your hips and your thighs. Soften your knees. Relax your calves. Soften your feet. Notice where you're holding any remaining tension, even if your body is racked with pain. Just notice and observe it. Visualize healing energy, healing light and warmth surrounding it. And notice your breath. It's okay if it takes you a little time to feel calm. It's okay if you can't even really become calm. Keep focusing on your breath. You will become more focused on your own situation to block out any kind of stress or overwhelm happening around you. Now, if you're walking outside, connect with the outdoors. It's so important. When you can remove yourself from your regular day-to-day and put yourself in new situations, you feel like you have more options in your life. You give yourself more of a sense of being supported in your environment, even if you don't feel supported. Walking in nature is therapeutic and healing. Study after study shows, even after walking for half an hour a day, depressed people on medication receive the same benefits from walking than from taking their medication. And if you meditate on top of that, that even benefits you more. So I can't walk right now, but I had someone open the window for me. And it's actually a little cool where I am in Florida today. We're having a little bit of a cold spell. And I'm just noticing the cold air. Even though my body's in pain, I like that I'm able to connect with the air outside. Now I'm going to read to you this meditation from Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled so many years ago. He ruled his lifespan over the time frame of AD 121 through 180. He ascended to the throne in AD 161. He faced in his reign all kinds of natural disasters that had never been faced in Rome before, and so many invasions. In these challenges, he sat down and wrote down his private reflections, not as some emperor, but as a man observing humans, human nature. These reflections became a classic work. So this one I've selected is, whatever happens to every man accrues to the interest of the universal. This might be sufficient, but further you will observe this general truth, that whatever is profitable to any man is profitable also to other men. But let the word profitable be taken here in the common sense of said of things of the middle kind, neither good nor bad. So as you reflect on this meditation, know that whenever you reach out to others, you're also helping the universe, yourself as well. And when you don't reach out and help, you think that it doesn't make a difference, but it does. It can be harmful. But it's also important that regardless of what's going on around you, whether you feel you're being treated justly or unjustly, or you see injustice or you see great love and kindness, that everything truly is neutral. What's important is not what's happening so much around you, but what you're doing for yourself. How are you managing yourself? And this is what the Stoic philosophy of the day supported, is doing the right thing, yourself doing the right thing. Continue your meditation. Just go into the silence. The music will stop and I'll stop guiding you. And just experience the peace you feel, or whatever it is you feel. When you're done meditating, you can rub your hands together. You could say a little prayer, however you feel after you meditate. And you can get up and try and be a little bit quiet after you meditate. Keep this peaceful feeling to yourself for as long as you can. I've so enjoyed sharing this meditation series with you, and as always, you are so worth slowing down for.